So today we're gonna learn how to teach your dog to enter the heel and heel in motion. So those are actually two different pieces. The entrance into the heel is going to be getting your dog to come on to one side of your body, whether that's your right or your left side. You want to teach your dog how to get into that position. So grab some kibble, hold it in your hand, tuck it under your thumb, and have a leash handy. You're going to lure your dog into that position. So how do I lure my dog in that position? I'm gonna put it right next to her face. I'm gonna walk backwards, walk forwards, and I'm gonna put her in a sit right where I want her to be. I'm gonna reward her when she gets to the correct spot. Yes, release that food, break, and release her out of that command. So what you're gonna wanna do is rep that out until your dog needs less help getting into that spot. So, starting again, entering into that heel. Heel, lead her into that spot. I'm gonna walk backwards, and then I'm gonna walk forwards. She's still right on the food, sit, yes, and I release that food, break. Good girl, good dog. So, if your dog isn't food motivated, you can practice feeding them their meals, so when they are hungry, or you can use certain tools like toys is an option if your dog is play motivated, or you can look into using a prong collar, which will help get your dog moving. Heel. So again, the basics, walking backwards, walking forwards. Good, sit. Good, break. Good job. So that is the first part to doing your heel. The second part to doing your heel is going to be heeling in motion. So same thing, I'm going to lead her into that spot, turn her around, good, sit. Now what I want to focus on rewarding her for is going to be the movement. I don't care if it's messy, if it's perfect. All I want to start to reward her on is the fact that she's moving with me and staying beside me in this heel. So I don't want her to go any further than my kneecaps in this heel. If she starts to go further, I'm going to pop on this leash until she moves back. Heel. Good. Pop, pop, pop. Yes. So notice I gave a little pop, pop, pop. She moved back. Then I rewarded her for that movement. Good. Break. Release her out of it. Good girl. Good. Enter into that heel, our first part. Heel. Good. Now I can reward her for that. Good. Grab some more food. Now it's going to be the movement. Again, walk forward. I don't want her going further than my kneecaps. Yes, good. So that time she didn't go further. Good girl. Good job. Good dog. Once you start to get those two pieces together, using whatever tools that you need to use that works for your dog best, then it starts to come together a little bit more. Then I can start to cue my dog up on a verbal command. Heel. She comes into that spot. Yes. Now, heel. Yes. Good. Break. Good. Also notice that I'm doing this in a place of low distraction. You don't want to practice or teach your dog anything new when you're in a super busy environment. It'll be really distracting. It's just like anybody else trying to learn something new. If you're distracted by a bunch of things, you may have a hard time with it. So practice in an empty tennis court like this. Practice in your living room, your kitchen, your backyard, your front yard, a training facility, to really get that focus on teaching your dog what you do want them to do. Now, Ponyo is about 8 months old, so she knows how to off-leash heel. She knows these things, but I started teaching her with food and a leash from 8 weeks. So you guys can use this for your young puppies to help shape that behavior before you need to start using tools, before you need to start using an e-collar, things like that that'll really help you guys lay down that foundation and get your dog learning how to heel. Good.